Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I'm bringing you another weekly movie review with the film The Batman. This film was released by DC Films on March 4th, 2022 and directed by Matt Reeves, who had also directed Dawn of and War for Planet of the Apes, as well as Cloverfield and Let Me In, which was the remake, the US remake for Let the Right One In. This film stars Robert Pattinson as Batman. You have Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. I don't think she's been titled Catwoman yet. I think it's just understood, and she refers to herself as the cat. But I'm planning to go back and rewatch this, but I don't think she was yet labeled Catwoman. We have Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as Penguin, and Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon. Off the bat, I absolutely love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. It's something I've been kind of wanting from a Batman movie, and a couple of movies like this for a while. I figured they would have remade Dick Tracy in the same sort of vein almost. But it's very much like a detective crime thriller with action. It's not just an action movie. It's like a detective crime thriller with action. And I really like that about it. It takes it back to what I think the roots of Batman is and kind of builds on that. You don't get the backstory, the whole origin story of Batman all over again. You don't get that. You get sort of a different telling of things that have happened and things that went on with the Wayne family and connections, the Wayne family to other families. Again, I don't want to spoil much, but you get these connections. You get sort of backstories that were never, right there, face forward, seeing everything that happened, like you get with all the other origin stories. I like how you skip Bruce's backstory, but you get other characters' backstories, which in some cases we do and don't get depending on the character. I guess primarily the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. But one thing I wanted to do with this is not compare it to other previous Batman movies. I want to look at this one just as itself and as a whole, but you get the backstories from characters that you may not have gotten in the past, and I really like that. How things that had happened with Wayne Foundations, things like that, sort of created the current times that Gotham City is in. And I like how you find out that all the corruption going on with police is all kind of, it all comes down to this one thing. Like all the town's corruption, everything that sort of builds to this moment in time comes from like one thing. You get, in a sense, a different type of Alfred. I do like the Alfred Pennyworth that is in this film. He is an Australian actor, at least I believe that's the accent I got. But it's a different kind of, he's a more involved Alfred, I think, in the sense that he assists Bruce, or Batman, if you will, with solving puzzles, doing different things like that, trying to help along the way, while he's also trying to raise him in a sense. This is a younger Batman that we're getting. This is, everything about this is much younger than, getting the 40-year-old Batman that's a well-established millionaire, and you're getting the Prince of Gotham Batman, Bruce Wayne, that has yet to really find himself. And I think that's what the character and the role of Batman is doing. Him going through that, it's helping Bruce find himself along the way. I like Selena Kyle's backstory in this one. I thought it was a lot better than what we got with previous backstories. I thought it was a unique tie-in to the storyline of this film. I thought for a while maybe some parts of it could have been cut, but when I go back and look at all the parts that I thought could have made this movie a little shorter, uh, they all sort of tie in together, and it's kind of like you need those moments to understand parts later in the movie. So as this is a 3 hour long epic, if you will, the film I don't think needs to be cut down to anything that I can think of. Again, I like the whole detective narration that we get from the very beginning with the Bruce Wayne, the Batman voiceover. You get that voiceover narration kind of like you would get with Watchmen or in Sin City. You see that Batman is taking journals along the way. Everything that happens to him, he writes it all down. He's making journals, so it all kind of like if he can't remember it, he can go back to his journal. He has different technologies that's able to assist in that journaling process. Again, you have Alfred helping him. And what I think is a big change in many a Batman storyline is you have more help from Jim Gordon. It's almost like he's the unofficial Robin, like the sidekick to Batman in this movie. There's a lot of Batman and Jim Gordon working together that I really like. And I like how in this film, Batman's not just this vigilante that everyone wants to take down and unmask. I mean, they want him unmasked. They want to know who he is, but he's not so much held in this way that is, it's not like he's a, what is that? Like, kind of like in The Dark Knight where he had to like run away after the whole issue with Harvey Dent. Like he wasn't this victim of everything that was going on, so he had to become the enemy to be the hero type deal. But all in all, I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic. Just about everyone I had talked with about this so far has said otherwise, and they've had their side of the argument in regards to this film. But I absolutely loved it. I love the new storyline we get. I like how you get the Penguin, and at first I thought we were just going to get the Riddler in this movie. Catwoman as that, good anti-hero, but I didn't think we were going to get any other villains in this movie, and we get the Penguin, and I think Colin Farrell did an amazing job as the Penguin. I really liked his character, and I feel like when you think Penguin, you go back to Danny DeVito, you look back at the 60s with, I can't remember who played the Penguin character in the 60s, but you look at all previous Penguin characters and it's a very distinguished look. Of course, you had Tim Burton's, a much darker look, but this guy looks like a guy, and when you call him the Penguin, like you can see that there's clearly, scars, things like that, but he doesn't look blatantly like a human penguin person with like a flipper hand or something. He's just a gangster, and I like that about this movie. I like how hopefully there's going to be a sequel and you'll be able to grow on that character in the next movie and then bring in more characters. I'm eager to see what they do, if they so choose to do another movie, where they're going to go with the characters they bring in. Will there be a storyline where Batman and Catwoman are fighting against each other? What are we going to get? I don't know, but I'm eager to find out. I'm really looking forward to it. But all in all, I give this a solid 5-star movie. I loved it. Again, from beginning to end, I can't really think of a lot bad to say about it. I mean, besides suspending disbelief for things like, how many times Batman was shot and is that possible? Someone shot point blank range with a rifle. How are they going to live, or something like that, regardless of the armor? I mean, you have so many things that kind of go into play, but I really like it. I like your first introduction to Batman in the film. I like the eerie just creepiness about your introduction to the Riddler and how that goes. And Paul Dano as the Riddler is like just amazing. He had just this crazed sense about him that I really liked. But yeah, anyone out there that saw this, what did you think? Jot down in the comments below. I know the creators of this one evidently tried to get a rise out of Christopher Nolan and said, we aim to make a better Batman than you made. And while I think Christopher Nolan's Batman is up on a pretty high pedestal, this Batman does a damn good job at least meeting it, on an equally high pedestal. I think this is subject to create a new trilogy that maybe, it's going to be darker. It's going to be out of this world. I like how it's that detective crime thriller kind of thing going on. You get the drama, you get so many things that happen here, and I really like that. I'd really like to see where it goes. Would we get Poison Ivy in another movie? Are we going to see an introduction to a new Harley Quinn? What are we going to get? I don't think anyone can really beat Bane after Christopher Nolan, so hopefully nobody would try that one. The Joker, who knows? There's been Jokers since Heath Ledger's, some more questionable than others, but I'm eager to see where this goes. Do we get the Riddler back in another movie? What's going to happen? I don't know. I'm really excited for it. I'm definitely going to go see this movie again in the theater. I saw it in IMAX the first go around. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Gonna see it again for sure. And if any of y'all went out there to see it, jot down in the comments below, what did you think of the movie? Did it blow your mind? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What about this movie was just, I absolutely loved it. Smash that thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, notification bell, all that fun stuff. Thank you all for stopping by, checking out the video. As always, be good to one another, and I will see you next time. Bye.